Within seconds, nuggets of words that flew across borders are fired. Stories short and long, wrapped in bundles of words, broken and dissected as it is, except misheard. This is the news as it is.
Here are the top stories of the news. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Fintiri defects from PDP to APC. DSS arrests suspects linked to Kogi church attack. On the foreign scene, Pakistan declares open war with Afghanistan's Taliban government following explosions in Kabul. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. And I am Timitope Ajijolauluwaula. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Fintiri has announced his defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC. Fintiri announced this in a state broadcast on Friday. The governor said he moved with all his cabinet members, appointees, and elected local government chairmen. He said his decision was made in the interest of the people of Adamawa State and national unity, emphasizing the need for stronger alignment with the federal government to advance development priorities. Speaker of the Adamawa State House of Assembly, Wesley Barathia, had on Wednesday resigned his membership of the PDP alongside 14 other lawmakers.
Ready to move forward to align our policy to national politics. After wide consultation with the large spectrum of people who have resolved to politically align Adamawa State with the All Progressive Congress APC. This alignment will enable Adamawa to effectively support and leverage the renewed hope Adamawa to the President Ahmed which aims to transform the nation in critical sectors, including social welfare, infrastructure, housing, and inclusive economic development. The decision to leave the PDP and join the APC was not taken lightly. It was not driven by personal ambition or by convenience. It was guided by one overriding consideration: the long-term stability, development, and prosperity of Adamawa State. Fellow students, you remain our most cherished partners. I want you to trust that this decision is in our best interest. Wherever we go from here, we are going as a collective with the required political strength and the number that confers value. We have structures everywhere. We're moving into APC with all the 226 schools, 21 local government areas, all elected and appointed members, and indeed our energy and our political machinery to confer benefit to our state, the nation, and our people. I therefore call on all our supporters to fit in. Register massively in the APC and gear up for the future that is assured.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released a revised timetable and schedule of activities for the 2027 general elections, 15 dates for the presidential and governorship polls in compliance with the Electoral Act 2026. In a statement issued on Thursday and signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Mohammed Harana, the Commission said the adjustment follows the repeal of the Electoral Act 2022 and the introduction of new statutory timelines. According to the revised timetable, the presidential and National Assembly elections will now be held on Saturday, January 16, 2027, while the governorship and state houses of assembly elections are scheduled for Saturday, February 6, 2027. Party primaries, including the resolution of disputes arising from them, will run from April 23 to May 30, 2026. Similarly, campaigns for presidential and National Assembly candidates will begin on August 19, 2026, while the governorship and state assembly campaigns will commence on September 9, 2026. Meanwhile, opposition political parties have rejected the 2026 Electoral Act recently passed by the National Assembly and signed into law by President Bola Tinubu. The parties called on the National Assembly to immediately begin a fresh amendment process to remove what they described as all obnoxious provisions in the law. The opposition was made known at a press briefing themed Urgent Call to Save Nigeria's Democracy, held at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja on Thursday. In a communique read by the chairman of the New Nigeria People's Party, Ahmadu Umaru, the opposition leaders called on the National Assembly to immediately commence a fresh amendment to the Electoral Act 2026 to remove all obnoxious provisions and ensure that the Act reflects the will and aspiration of Nigerians for a free, fair, transparent, and credible election. Some of the opposition leaders present at the event include former Senate President David Mark, former Osun State Governor Ralph Aregbesola, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, and former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi, all from the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has said competence and loyalty to the people of the state will be the determining factors in choosing his successor ahead of the 2027 governorship election. Makinde made a declaration at the 12th Umitutu annual Ramadan public lecture held at the Ibadan North Local Government Motor Park at Godi Gate, Ibadan. He noted that his administration's achievements were driven by loyalty to the state, adding that the government had paid over 25 billion naira to clear outstanding gratuities inherited from previous administrations. Makinde added that the monthly gratuity payment had been increased from 1 billion naira to 3 billion naira to ensure no retiree is owed by May 2027. The governor also listed the upgrade of the Samuel Ladoke Akintola Airport to international status as a key milestone, expressing optimism that Hajj pilgrims would be airlifted from the facility by May 2026. In our talking security, operatives of the Department of State Services, DSS, have arrested a suspect linked to the attack on a church in Kogi State. The suspect, identified as one Shafir Usman, is said to have been the mastermind of the 2025 deadly assault on the First Aqua Church in Ayetoro, Kiri, Kaba, Bunu, local government area of the North Central State. Gunmen suspected to be terrorists had on December 14, 2025, stamps the First Evangelical Church winning all, Aqua, during a worship service, firing indiscriminately to cause panic among congregants. The arrest comes a few days after the Secret Service announced the arrest of a high-profile commander of the Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP, linked to the June 5, 2022 attack on St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State. Suspected Lakurawa terrorists have attacked a mosque in Dadinkowa community, Myanmar, local government area of Kebbi State, killing 6 worshippers and injuring 3 others in what security authorities described as a reprisal attack following a failed ambush on a military convoy. The gunmen stormed the mosque on Wednesday evening while worshippers were observing prayers and opened fire indiscriminately. Confirming the incident, The State Police Public Relations Officer, Bashar Usman, said the attack was carried out in retaliation for an earlier confrontation with troops of the Nigerian army. He added that 5 worshippers died from gunshot wounds sustained during the mosque attack, while 3 others suffered varying degrees of injuries and were evacuated to nearby medical facilities. Local sources confirmed that 6 people lost their lives in the attack and were buried in accordance with Islamic rites. Elsewhere, Nigeria has formally declared its bid for membership of the United Nations Human Rights Council, UNHRC, for the 2027-2029 term. In a video statement, Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Togar announced the country's candidature, describing the council as an important platform for dialogue and international cooperation on human rights. He reaffirmed Nigeria's readiness to collaborate with the council's mechanisms, stressing that the instruments are vital for the global promotion and protection of human rights. Togar highlighted plans to finance safe schools and strengthen secure learning environments as part of government efforts to protect children in the face of security challenges. The minister also pointed to economic reforms, social investment initiatives, and the country's expanding digital economy as measures aimed at fostering development and stability. Nigeria previously served on the council until 2020 after its re-election for the 2018-2020 term. Elections to the council are held annually, with members serving 3-year terms.
Nigeria remains steadfastly committed to multilateralism and the universality of human rights. Our conviction is guided by the principles of the UN Charter and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Domestically, these fundamental rights and freedoms are guaranteed under Chapter 4 of our Constitution. Accordingly, we believe in the capacity of this Council as an indispensable platform for dialogue, prevention, and cooperation. As such, Nigeria reaffirms its full cooperation with the Council's mechanisms as vital instruments for global promotion and protection of human rights. Mr. President, we live in an era where international peace and security are under siege, threatening the hard-won gains of democracy. These threats are not peculiar to any single state or region. They are a global crisis demanding collective resolve. While no nation is immune, Nigeria's experiences have only deepened our resolve to protect the right to life and the security of all citizens, especially our children, whose right to learn in safety is a sacred priority. To this end, we've accelerated the National Plan on Financing Safe Schools, providing critical investments to secure learning environments. We're also strengthening accountability through ongoing reforms and regional and international cooperation to ensure international human rights and humanitarian standards are mainstreamed into all internal security operations with the primary focus of protecting civilians. Nigeria remains resolute in its commitment to freedom of religion and belief. We view the peaceful coexistence of all faith communities as the essential foundation of our national unity. Nigeria remains resolute in ensuring a society where every citizen, regardless of creed or tribe, stands protected.
You're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We'll be right back after this break. Please stay with us.